Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We're going to get started real soon. Oops, I burped. It's been a day. I feel like I'm about to throw up, and I'll get into it. It's been a very chaotic day. Very busy, very productive. But yes, we're going to get into it. I'm a bit early, but late at the same time. Funny enough. I have so many stories to tell. But let me pull up the Canva so we can get started with the news. There's a lot going on, as always, in the world of fashion. Topshop is back. There is some Gap and KATSEYE collaborations that I want to explore. And then there's controversy, as always. So we're gonna talk about all that stuff. It's a pretty chill stream on Thursdays. More relaxed compared to Tuesday's live stream. I didn't game yesterday. I was supposed to do a gaming episode yesterday, but that will come up soon. Maybe tomorrow, if things go according to plan. Yeah, but today it's going to be more about like pop culture stuff, more interviews, more like casual videos, brainstorming for future videos and live streams. But I think we're all set. To get started. Okay, let me turn off my notifications so I can focus, and then we'll get started. Okay. But yeah, welcome in, everybody. My hair is crazy. It's so curly. And it's literally so humid. Let's see how hot it is. How hot is it? It's 77 degrees in Illinois right now, but it's really humid. It's actually 64% humid, which is weird when it's August. You would think it'd be colder. We're midway through August, and yet it feels like June, and I'm always sweating, which does not make me happy. But who cares about weather when we got streams of collective consciousness? Welcome in, everybody. This is what I call my live streams. I mostly talk about sustainable fashion, environmentalism, and pop culture now. I've transitioned over quite a bit. If you ever want the lore of like this cover, it's basically me, but when I own a thrift shop. If you ever stop to look at this photo, this is future me, and I'm working towards that future. I someone. First, learn English. Second, build thrift shop. But I am someone that like wants to have my own business. I even studied fashion, merchandise, and business administration when I went to college. And way back in the day, I graduated back in 2019. But my dream was always to have my own business. It was always to be my own person. I've never wanted to work for others. I've never wanted to like follow other people's rules. Like I just felt like business was the only way to like escape domination basically from others. But I went into community organizing, and that kind of derailed me. So, but I'm back into, I guess, my path that I've known since forever. I've always wanted to be a thrift store owner. Like when people would ask me, blah, not the stuttering. When people would ask me what I wanted to be when I was a young girl, I would always say I wanted to be a teacher, but because I liked the logistics. I liked the administrative part of being a teacher, and I didn't know that you could be in charge of logistics elsewhere. Like the only thing I knew really back then was classrooms and teachers and students as a student, obviously as a kid. But now that I think about it, like all I wanted was to be in charge of logistics. I wanted to be in charge of like putting things together, make things organized. So yeah, I've always wanted to be a business owner, and I don't really see myself as a capitalist, but I do see myself as someone that just wants to have a good life and just wants to not be bossed around all day. So yeah, in my future, I see myself being a local thrift shop owner, and I think it will happen. And there should be nothing that stops me from it except for funding, and I'm going to work towards that for the rest of my life. Not simple, but that's what I'm doing right now. But yeah, going towards a live stream, I do want to say this is how it functions. So first I start off with sustainable fashion news, then I take like a small break, and then I get into more like eco stuff, pop culture things. This live stream is a bit messed up, and I'll get into it real soon. But basically, my phone died, and it just came out of nowhere. It like died on me. So to give context, I was filming a video today. Filming YouTube videos takes a lot of energy from me. I just rather sit down and like talk to a camera. That's why I like live streaming and I don't have to listen to myself back. I hate editing myself. I hate it with my guts. I hate just the stutters and how I look, and I don't like the process of editing. If I could have someone else edit my videos, I would have them edit my videos, but I don't have an editor. I just started off. So I have to film so many different things as well when I'm curating a video. So all these little pieces have to be put together, and sometimes you get weird angles. Sometimes you say something really off, or like it's just messy sometimes to like film. So just the whole editing and filming process of making videos is very complicated for me. It's very exhausting, but one of the main reasons why I like YouTube is because it is so exhausting. Like, I like to be intellectually challenged, and I feel like that's the reason why I move from thing to thing to thing. Like, I used to be a Spanish teacher. I used to be working in an election office for a government in Montana. I used to be a community organizer for so many different organizations. I've been in so many high stakes situations, but usually high stakes situations means there's a lot of like intellection happening, a lot of strategy, a lot of like mental, I guess, challenges, you can say. Like, you have to know how to navigate. You need to think about things. You have to have critical thinking skills. And I really like that. I like my brain to be itched or scratched, not itched. Oh my God, what the hell? I like to have something that my brain can work on. Like when people talk to me and it's small talk, I feel like my brain is just dying. So I just need to feed the brain. And for YouTube, that kind of like feeds it. It's super difficult for me to understand how to create a story, how to edit, how to film. It's frustrating, but it itches it scratches the itch basically. I don't know if that's an actual term. Do you scratch the itch? Is that a term? I don't even know. But it seems right. But yeah, I'm just hungry to be challenged mentally, intellectually, and YouTube kind of fits that, but it doesn't come naturally. So every time I film, I'm like exhausted, frustrated, like trying to figure it out. And it's a very intense time. It's a very intense day. And that day was today. Today was one of those like very challenging days that I love but hate at the same time. And my brain was going on overdrive. Basically, I'm filming a video where I eat Marshall foods for 24 hours. It's a bit silly, but I really like vlog styled videos, and I like a quirky challenge or something interesting, but also it reveals a lot about the logistics of the store and like why they have these products, and like you get to learn while I'm like struggling or having some fun there, you know? So I think it's a very like subliminal way of education that I'm taking a route in my videos. So yeah, there will be like a vlog style. I eat Marshall foods for 24 hours, but still it's very educational. But when I was in Spirit Halloween, which was next door to it, after I finished filming, I was looking around. I was like, oh, what should I wear for Halloween? Like, what should I be? And I just started looking around, but it was in a city that I normally don't go to, and it's very Eurocentric dominated. There's a lot of white people there, basically. And I didn't realize, so I ended up having like 3 people follow me around the store, and I just didn't know why. Like, were they bored or like were they racist? And then there was a staffer, like a worker, sitting next to my car when I got out, and I was like, did they literally like trace my car, or did they just happen to sit there for their break? You know, it was so confusing, but they kept following me throughout the store. But I basically dropped my phone because I was so nervous, and at first there was like a little crack in the corner, but the phone case also got broken. It was a really big hit. Like, it's like literally separated the case off. But this is like a Temu case. They're not that good in general, but The fall, the hit was massive, and there was like a little stain in the corner of the phone, and then it overheated. The phone overheated, but it was still working in the car, and then suddenly it just cut off, and I was like, oh well, I think it just overheated, and like that's why it automatically turned off. So I went to go charge it when I came home, and it wasn't turning on. But then it started to charge up, and it started to move, like it vibrated. So I was like, oh, it's not totally dead. But I was freaking out because I had a live stream at 4. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna throw up today. But yeah, I went to Amazon to see like if I should buy an old phone or not, like a refurbished phone. And then my little brother comments, why don't you just take it to a technical place, like a technician, a repair shop? And I was like, well, I don't know if there's even any of those repair shops in my city. And I look it up, and there's like this little janky place next to a nail shop, next to the thrift store I used to work at. And I was like, let's just go there. And I go, and they say it's going to be an hour process, and it's going to be $120. And I literally just filmed my entire YouTube video on that phone, and it's not backed up on iCloud. So I was like, yeah, I'll pay the $120, because the one that I wanted to buy refurbished cost $250 plus shipping, and I'm going to Six Flags this Saturday. So I was like, I need my phone right now, and I can't just wait to have it be shipped. So I was like, yeah, I'll just keep my old phone and pay the $120. I just cannot get a break. So that's why I'm late. That is why I am late. I just feel like there is so much bad energy surrounding me. And I don't think it's me. I think it's just circumstantial things. Like the other week, someone hit my car. Just random things just keep happening that I just don't know how to explain it. And it was an accident that my phone dropped, but it seems to be a common pattern. And then like that guy just sitting next to my car, when I left the store, I was like, am I gonna get robbed, or were they following me? I swear I didn't steal anything. I just happen to be Hispanic, and you just happen to be racist. But nothing against him. Like, I love everyone. It's just their behavior is often very odd. But yeah, that's what I experienced today. But I did manage to film most of the video that I need to film, and the rest will be filmed on Sunday. But yeah, I've been working a lot on like brainstorming how to improve my podcast and content creation. I recently did start working at a receptionist job, and that's difficult. A bunch of little baby Karens running the place. So I'm the oldest one there. I feel like a mom. I give mom vibes when I go to work. It's not fun, but it pays the bills, and I'm happy to do content creation while I find other opportunities. Oh, I found so many great Chicago fashion events that are going to happen in September and October. And during my job shift yesterday, I was looking at the streamer phone that was given to the streamers in Streamer University. And it's like a Samsung phone that I really want, but I would have to get an AT&T plan, like a cell phone plan. What is it? Samsung S something? Samsung streamer phone. But it's so expensive. It's the, what is it? I took a bunch of notes. Let's see, Streamer University. But I'm thinking about getting this so I can stream my events that are happening. The Samsung S25 Ultra. Considered the ideal phone for Streaming University. So I'm thinking about getting that phone just to have a legit phone to stream on. But I legit just dropped $120 to repair my phone that I dropped today. But this is what it is. I would have to pay like $30 a monthly plan for this, plus the cell phone plan, which is like a $50 plan So it'd be like a $67, $80 investment to stream IRL streams. But I really do want to stream IRL streams. It's just I would have to invest in this and then the Wi-Fi plan, because my current Wi-Fi plan is just like very basic, very cheap. And then I do have to get another monitor. Um, Oh, but the thing is, going back into personal updates before I get into my sustainable fashion commentary, I do want to say that my hours did get cut at the receptionist job that I just got, because I thought I was going to work 3 days out of the week for 7 hours, which would be 21 hours a week at $15 an hour, because that's what they pay. And I calculated it would give me like 1,600 ish a month, but they reduced down my hours. Turns out I don't have stable hours. So now I don't have a stable source of income, because some weeks I'll only work 2 days out of the week for 7 hours, so 14 hours a week. Sometimes it'd be 20, sometimes it'd be 7. Like, it just depends on how they want to schedule me. So it's very unstable scheduling. So that means I have to find another job, basically. So my content creation won't be that secure. It won't be that consistent like I wish it would be, but I am investing most of the money that I'm making into content creation. And I want to do IRL streams because there's a lot happening in Chicago in September and October, especially with some upcoming fashion weeks that I'll show you. So Curio is a very good site to look at for those that are fashion enthusiasts within the Chicagoland area. Curio is like a network, you can say, or like a group that like aims to build community around the fashion industry. It looks like this, basically, the Curio. You do have to pay like a membership fee if you want to reduce price on their events, or you can just like buy one-off tickets for certain events that you want to attend to. So for example, their calendar shows like all the things that they're doing. And some are free, some are from their partners, some are ticketed items that you have to buy. But yeah, they have a huge connection, huge network. So for example, like this one already passed, but this was August 6th from 6 to 9. This is a like a sustainable fashion club that's run by Chicago Fair Trade, and then in collaboration with sustainable fashion designers, but also in collaboration with this network. And they just do like really awesome things all across Chicagoland area. And I was like, what if I do some IRL streams and then I can later on edit it to be like normal YouTube videos? So I'm kind of thinking about doing that. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff happening. I'm not going to do anything in August necessarily because it's just very busy right now for me. But for example, like the Trashion Revolution event is one that I really am thinking about going to. It's just it happens to fall on a Saturday, and I'm really busy on Saturdays. I work during the evenings, and this fashion show basically is from 5:30 to 10 p.m. at Macy's North State Street, and it's run by this really great group. I followed the founder and I followed the group that does this, and they followed me back, and I'm really excited to connect with them. I do want to see what they're up to, like on a personal level. I just discovered them, but general admissions is $35. It's just I happen to be busy on Saturdays, but I want to start live streaming, doing IRL streams. So it'd be really beneficial to have like that streaming phone, and then the good AT&T plan, so I never lose connectivity, and then like operate normally off of my phone for like my own stuff like I usually do. So this would be like how I would clock in. It would be my building. You can say, you know how when you go to work, you go into a building, you have to pay like certain things for the building, like water, electricity, blah, blah, blah. Like my business would be my phone and the internet plan, basically. The hotspots and just having something to film me. And the gimbal. I would need the gimbal, which is something that I would use to stabilize the footage, because it would be most likely a handheld situation, because no one in my life wants to be my cameraman, so I'd have to connect the phone to this gimbal so I could be able to live stream events that are happening in Chicago. And there's so many things happening in Chicago that it's ridiculous that I'm missing out and not like capturing it, and I'm just in my room. And like people invite me to stuff, it's just I don't go. So this is basically what stabilizes the phone, and I just hold it by the base right here. It's kind of expensive, but one streamer that I watch that I love, she's had this for like 3 years, so it was definitely an investment. And it doesn't really seem to break. Like, as long as you take care of it, it should be fine. But, I mean, you probably shouldn't be listening to me about how to take care about tech, because I just literally broke my phone today out of nowhere. It came home with the hopes it would turn on by charging it, and then it never turned on. And I was losing my mind. And my mother was like, you need a limpia. You need, like, a cleaning. You need something to, like, help you, because it just seems like there's something going on externally, universally. But yeah, I'm actively working towards those things. I do get paid tomorrow, but investment into my live stream will be quite slow, because my unstable hours are not not gonna give me a lot of money, basically. But yeah, that's what's happening in my personal life. Phone broke, trying to invest into IRL live streaming. There's a lot of stuff happening in Chicago that I most likely will do. It's just, I really wish I could go to this one on Saturday, but I would have to call the day off. And I'm already calling this Saturday off, so it's like too soon, probably. And then there's some other events, but they happen during the week. Like, I am from the suburbs. Not Olympia, like, I need it. I need it so bad. Like, nothing is working right now. My car got hit the other week, and I put, like, super glue and duct tape on it. And then this week, I, like, dropped my phone, which it was my mistake, but, like, how and why? And then I'm followed around stores. It's just, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Oh, but this one, I really want to go to this. The Randolph Street Market Festival that's happening on Sunday. That looks so fun. The thing is, I get overwhelmed in IRL places, like in real life. So I don't really know how I can live stream, like, with audacity. Like, how can I emulate a white man's audacity? I see live streamers do it, and they just seem to be fine. I just don't know how they, like, I don't know, swallow the pill. Or how do they manage to just walk around with cameras in their face and everyone else stare? But I'll figure it out for September. There's also other, like, sustainable fashion events happening through the Sustainable Fashion Week. I know the founder. I follow her, I think, on Instagram still. I just unfollowed a bunch of people because my feed was horrible. But Sustainable Fashion Week Chicago has a bunch of stuff. Events, if you go to events, they're having the fashion week in September, I think. Yeah, late September. So they're having a charity fashion show, and that's also on Saturday, and I'm busy on Saturday, so probably will take Saturday off for that. And I want to live stream it, and it's a decent hour at 3. And then Wednesday they have a conversation, like a talk, that I really want to go to, but that's from 7 to 9 during a weekday, so that's just going to be hard to go to. And then they have a sustainable fashion market, again, Saturday. I'm busy Saturday from 10 to 2. Again, this would be an ideal thing I would do an IRL stream. Can you imagine, like, going to this with me? Like, the thing is, like, for me, I want to, like, wake up, do my makeup, like, choose my outfit, and then once I have that done, I press start on the live stream, and you see me, like, get out of my house, you see me go to Dunkin' Donuts, you see me, like, go to the train station, get my ticket, we go on the train together, you know, like, the whole day can basically be with me. Like, I don't mind it, it's just, I don't know how people just get the audacity to have a gimbal and, like, shove a camera in their face in front of everyone else, because I only live stream from my room. So I need some sort of, like, framework or confidence boost. I don't even know what I need to, like, get started, because I can buy the tools. It's just, like, my mind is, like, the biggest barrier. I want to do it, though. I want to do it. Like, I vlog, I film stuff. Like, I've always been, like, navigating life with a camera, basically. But yeah, I really want to go to this, but I work on Saturdays. But this seems so fun. So fun. And then this is a fashion show, also on Saturday from 3 to 4:30. Maybe I will get October 4th off. That's coming up. I think I'll be good for that one. And then there's an event on Sunday for the State Street Festival from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. So I can do both. The thing is, There's so much to do in Chicago that I end up doing nothing. It's kind of ironic. And I say, oh, I want to move here and here and here, but like Chicago's like the perfect place for sustainable fashion. There's so many like-minded people. There's so many people that like actually care about this topic, and I'm always in my freaking room. So I'm like limiting myself from like a very like-minded community, and like the only thing I need to do is like step out of my room. I need to have audacity. I feel like that's what I'm missing. It's just I don't know how to have unbridled audacity like a white man. um, but yeah, that's what's happening in my personal life. I did say I was going to start the live stream technically by 6, so welcome if you're tuning in. I've just been blabbing about my personal life. But point is, I dropped my phone and I'm late because I had to repair it. And a series of unfortunate events have led to this moment, but it's fine. We'll continue on because I'm actually really excited to always talk about the news and the things that are happening in the world. And one of the things that is happening is KATSEYE has partnered with Gap for a denim campaign for the fall 2025 season. Now, this comes at a surprise to me because I've never really associated Gap with like coolness or like trendiness. I've always associated it with like moms or like with old sweaters or just like a place you go to for an emergency. Like, I never really associate Gap with, like, music or trends. So I do think they're trying to get, like, Gen Z's attention or, like, to compete a bit better in the fast fashion industry. But Team Vogue made an article about them and this move. So we'll definitely get into it right now. So settle in, buckle in. This is what I love to do in these streams. Also, I do use like the robot voice to read the articles. So let's listen. Where is it? Copy, ask, search, print, more tools. Read out loud, read out loud. Why is it hidden?
The KATSEYE members, Sophia Lafortiza, Manon Vannerman, Daniela Avanzini, Lara Raj, Megan Skindiel, and Yunchai Jung star in Gap's new fall 2025 campaign, Better in Denim. With it, the brand reintroduces its low-rise denim and long and lean jean styles. To hone in on the nostalgia, KATSEYE performs original...
OBS, don't do this to me today. OBS, I'm begging you. OBS! The OBS, please. My life. OBS. Okay, so the software behind the live stream is crashing out on me. Why am I not surprised? The world is testing me today, but we shall continue.
Look heavily inspired by the 90s and aughts, particularly Aaliyah, with a denim bra top and baggy jeans that are the perfect back-to-school outfit inspo. Low-slung, extra baggy jeans. In a press release for the campaign, Mark Breitbard, president and CEO of the Gap brand, said, "Partnering with KATSEYE was a natural fit. We share an inclusive point of view. Better in Denim is the best expression of who the brand is today, fresh and undeniably Gap."
I mean, the photos are really cool. Like, they just make Gap look like something you'd want in your life. Like, I totally get it. I get it, but like, in a way, it's like, where did this come from too? Because there's a reason why Team Vogue is writing about this. It just seems odd.
Just as they have been making waves in the music industry, KATSEYE has also been gaining plenty of momentum in the fashion and beauty world as well, and this newest campaign is just that. In their Teen Vogue cover story, Sophia told us, "What resonated with the people so much about our visuals is how much we choose to enhance it and stay true to ourselves. As much as we love to try new things, every single one of us is true to ourselves, and we always make sure that we're confident and we feel good. I think that's what makes whatever you put on make others feel like they're going to feel the impact and the intention."
It seems so cool. Like, I just think they're really relatable and like, they almost give pussycat vibes, if that makes sense. Oh my god, what is going on with my freaking live stream? Buddy yaddy, buddy yaddy. Buddy yaddy. Buddy yaddy, buddy yaddy, buddy yaddy. Why is my live stream crashing out? If you can hear me, that would be great. That'd be great. We're just gonna continue on. If you're seeing me glitch out, I'm so sorry. If you're listening to me fine, thank God. But, oh, okay, so here it is. Better in denim. Let's watch that.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard and they're like,
I literally said they reminded me of the Pussycat Dolls, and look at what they play. Interesting. I'm gonna get copyright striked, but they definitely have the Pussycat vibes going on. But like Gen Z vibes. And it has literally 1.7 million views.
"It's me, what the guys go crazy for."
That's so nice. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for them to like pop off. I've been seeing them on TikTok. They do a lot of like choreographed dancing. And to see them with Gap just shows that they're really growing. They're really cool. They're having so much fun. This kind of reminds me of Glee as well. What are they dancing to now?
You want me to teach me just
I wish I could play the song. I really do wish I could. But, okay, so they have skirts, pants, they have the tops, okay, like bikini tops as well. I mean, I'm really excited for this to, like, pop off. I mean, Gap is most likely fast fashion as well. But if we can continue to improve their brand to be more sustainable and, like, actually care about being relevant to our generation, maybe they'll start to, like, do more vintage collections like other brands are doing to continue to have our attention, or provide some sort of like alternative, more ethical path forward. Who knows? Especially because like we want something different. We don't want what millennials want, and even their banner is Gen Z. So I think they have to reckon with us whether they realize or not.
milkshake brings all the boys to the yard and they're like,
5, 6, 7.
I'm feeling super excited.
The story we're telling is a story of unity. 30 dancers, all different dance styles. One female pop group, KATSEYE. It's really a celebration of everyone's differences.
This way. Exactly.
7 and 8. This piece is severely complex.
And la, 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 tick, 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 dugga, dugga, da, up, down, up, ting.
Step 1, alone time in the studio. All of these ideas are just visuals that live in my head.
Dang, I'm gonna get copyright striked.
From there, it's time to go into execution mode.
Wait, what if I read his thing? Let's go. La 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 tita. When you add in everyone's different styles and everyone's personalities, certain things come to life and take on a new shape. Down, up, ta-ta. We have truly assembled the best dancers in the world. It's a dream team, and we're going to make this work. Roll it, roll it, roll. If we all come from different backgrounds, we united, coming together for one epic moment. I mean, I feel like the brand is very much vibes because they haven't really explained what is better in terms of these denim pieces. Like, what makes it better? Is it just like the dancing, the twerking, the group, the collaboration, the vibes? Like, what makes denim better? Because you can sell us the aesthetic of something, but at the end of the day, like, what is it meaning to us? Like, what is this really selling us? Is it just more products? Are they the product, or are we the product, or is denim the product? We shall investigate. So they're really on TikTok, so they went on to do more TikToks for Gap.
the boys are waiting.
They really like that song. It's everywhere. 80,000 likes on that video. They really did use them to promote a lot for their reels and TikTok. Whoever is their marketing person really is Gen Z. Because look at Forever Original since 1969. They're catching up. They're catching up.
Hey, it's me, Janny, and we're on set for Gap. We're on day 1 of shooting. I'm getting my outfit ready, getting confident. No shoes yet. We're figuring out the shoes right now. This is my finishing touch. I finished my coffee. Energy is up. I'm so excited because we've been rehearsing. It's like the biggest production we've ever done so far in our KATSEYE career. Let's do this. Hello.
Biggest collaboration they've ever done for this group. Yeah, I think they're gonna blow up really soon, and Gap is definitely profiting.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's
Okay, they keep using the same song, so let's go look into what this collection actually means or how they're making denim better, because the vibes are just vibes. There's not a lot of information to go off of. Let's see. So Team Vogue doesn't specify. Let's see if there's anything on their website. Just investigate. But most likely they released this right now, especially when everyone's doing back to school shopping. So I think it was a very intentional timing on their part. Very strategic. Very interesting. Very interesting. Better in denim. This is denim as you define it. Okay. Alright. Okay, so this is the official Gap website. Immediately get hit with an email inbox promotion. Get hit with the cookies. Okay, so it says a new denim collection for your self-expression. Bold fits, low rises, made to wear one way, yours. Did AI write this? Because it usually includes this dash. Oh god. Did AI write this? I mean, they're beautiful girls. Don't get me wrong. It's just, what does it really mean? What are they selling us? Okay, so they actually break down what they're selling based on each member. So with her, they're basically selling the denim racing jacket and the long and lean jeans. For Daniela, selling the second skin bodysuit and men's baggy jeans. For her, a custom top by Gap, and extra baggy jeans. So I don't think they're selling this. They just made it for her, maybe. Denim shell top, and then the micro mini pleated skirt for Megan. For her, Sophia, denim fitted shirt and denim pleated skirt. For Lara, custom top by Gap. Again, I don't think they're selling this to everyone, just for her. And then long and lean jeans. Okay, so it says about them, they are a global I cannot talk. Okay, so it says one global girl group, the first of their kind to bridge cultures through a K-pop lens. Since getting their start in 2024 in a series called Pop Star Academy on Netflix, KATSEYE has proven to have all the makings of the next music icons, creating viral songs, doing dance trends across social media, and have millions of fans called icons. And they have an upcoming North American tour launching later this fall. And then they go on to like use other models. So this is where it kind of gets back into Gap's normal vibe. But if you look at this and not explain that it's Gap, you wouldn't assume this is Gap, you know? Like, this doesn't scream Gap to me whatsoever. But it says, make it yours, more denim, more ways to wear it. Our campaign dancers show us how they define it. So I don't really think there's any like deeper meaning or like any other ethos that make it quote unquote better. I think it's just a collaboration that's reinforcing this idea of like newness or coolness, and like you can express yourself in this. It's a new way forward. I mean, this is really cool with the rolled up sleeves. I don't really see that a lot. And then the crop top feature. That would be a really cool fit. This I see everywhere for influencers. I don't really like this fit, to be honest. It's just, I don't know, it doesn't scream style. It just kind of screams fast fashion. And this one also, it seems like a fast fashion fit. So this is definitely trendy denim pieces, and they're playing off of the girls like vibe back to like the Pussycat Dolls, and almost alluding that you're gonna be part of something big, or part of like this funness, this cool kid vibe. But I mean, there's really nothing else here that says it's much more different than any other brand. So, I mean, for me, it's not like a wow collaboration or like a wow partnership, and it's not enough for me to buy their pieces. I think it's just more so an effort by Gap to rebrand, if anything, because you usually don't associate Gap with fast fashion or Gap with trends or even Gap with Gen Z. I just always thought it was a millennial or boomer brand. And even they even have a baby and taller section. Like that's enough to tell you like what they usually sell a lot of. So for them to do this, I think is just them wanting to open up a bit more to the Gen Z clientele that maybe have not come in. So again, I'm very wary, and I think they're just gonna do more collaborations and like push for more denim collections. So let's keep our eyes out on how Gap continues to push the needle. And I even saw a TikTok where they have like massive screens in the store that is playing like the dancing. What is this? Here, let me pull up what I saw to give you context, but it's like some huge screens that show the dancing, the ads. Let's see, where is it? Okay, so someone goes to Gap after seeing the ad. Oh my god, was it working already? So they got the posters hanging, just trying out the long jeans, but that's all they show. So they do have some posters, but I saw like a huge screen in the store from a video. I don't know where I saw it though. Oh my god, are they in Times Square? I don't know how you can promote something as better denim and not explain how it's better than anything else. But in a way, like they've made it. They're in Times Square. Let's see. Let me see that ad I saw. Where was it? Store. Let's see. Store. Oh, here it is. This is what I saw. They legit have a whole screen in the store playing the song. Isn't that crazy? It's like literally behind the cashiers. So this kind of reminds me of H&M. And also I've never seen screens like this ever in a store. Like I kind of low-key want to go to my local Gap now to see how this looks like in person. Because like, okay, so here for example, this is what they're usually associated with. Like these joggers and sweaters that just say Gap, and that's really it. That's all that I remember of them. So for them to like go into this vibe, it just screams a different sort of energy than what they've ever done before. And there was like no sweaters that they sold in this collection with them. I mean, obviously, why if it's a denim collection? But like when they usually specialize in like comfy clothing or athleisure clothing or like normie clothing, you would expect like more relaxed or like chill pieces. But they didn't do that. They didn't do that. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this brand. I think my theory is it's their downfall because they're gonna get a lot of scrutiny, and it already has flooded TikTok. So TikTok and Gen Z and attention does not bode well. I think they're gonna get canceled real soon. And talking about fast fashion brands, I do want to move into Topshop, who is back. They're back. They're back. Brands can just not die, can they? They just keep coming back and back and back. They just don't die. They just do not die. But yeah, they were gone for a bit, and then they just resurfaced. Maybe someone bought them out. I just saw it on Instagram that they were back. So let's see what we can find to see their comeback. Okay, let's see. Oh, what is this? Made in Bangladesh, inside the fast fashion factories where children work. Oh gosh, no. I haven't seen this one. I have not seen this. Oh god. Not the drawings on the wall. Ugh. Wait. When I was in 5th grade, I was so happy. Uh-oh. I had many friends. We laughed and played together. Oh no. But now that doesn't happen anymore. I miss it a lot. Oh god, don't depress me. Only because of money problems. Only because of money problems. I had to start working. My aunt advised me to work. Oh god, don't traumatize me. Wait, let's listen.
And so, they took me to the factory. I earn almost €4 a day.
€4 a day? Jesus Christ. That's so little.
At first, I even liked it. But now I always feel tired because I work all day. For the first 5 months, I held on. I kept working. But now I feel lonely. And I don't like it. I work.
She's literally working all day. She works there until 10 p.m. Often I go to bed at 1 or 2. Oh my god, no.
There until 10 p.m. Often I go to bed at 1 or 2 a.m.
Dewey, what is your biggest dream?
If I'd been able to continue studying, I could have helped my parents with a good job and been independent. I could have saved my family. It would have been nice if we'd gone that way. My dream was to become a doctor, but since I can no...
The thing is, they're forced into cycles of poverty. So like she feels guilty as a young child because she was not able to go to school to escape these cycles of poverty. But like when you don't have any resources and you're forced to continue to be in these cycles, and it's not a willing choice, like it's a coerced choice. Like they're forced into this out of survival. Like no one just wants to work as a child and live with the guilt. Like if they could, they'd go to school, work themselves out of poverty and work their family out of poverty. Like that's the dream. Like she wants to be a doctor, but like when she doesn't have the resources to go to school, then how is she gonna do any of her dreams? And if her parents are starving or like are struggling as well, then it's just they're in a horrible cycle that they cannot escape out of, like no matter how much they try. And I think that's why we need to reinforce the idea that we can't and shouldn't have fast fashion brands, because these people deserve better. They deserve to have enough money to be able to send their kids to school and to escape cycles of poverty that just forces them into the most miserable conditions ever known to humanity.
No longer do that. I work in clothing factories to pay for my sister's education so she can become a doctor.
How can a 12-year-old girl be so resigned and aware that her dreams will never come true? It's not fair. Dewey is part of those millions of children whose future is stolen to exploit them in factories. A number so large that it almost makes you lose hope that anything here can ever change. Yet, there is someone who, with unwavering commitment, has always believed that by uniting the generosity of people around the world, we could give them back the right to be children. In Dhaka, I met with the leaders of the humanitarian organization ActionAid, who through their sponsorship programs could ensure that children like her receive the assistance they desperately need. And I'm not just talking about education and medical care, but also crucial emotional support to overcome the scars.
We need some laws in place. You need to eradicate fast fashion. I mean, the organization is doing amazing work. It's just, it's a temporary fix. I think overhauling the entire fashion industry and like ensuring that every garment worker is paid a living wage is essential. Like, I'm not against any businesses or nonprofits supporting people or children. It's just we do need a lot more in place to end the cruelty upon the most vulnerable communities across the globe.
Exploitation, as happens in this center called Happy Home, a shelter for street children where they can feel safe and finally transform their stories of suffering into tales of hope and rebirth.
If I haven't come here, I would certainly be working in a factory now. Or I'd be working in other people's houses. like my mother. I see many poor children begging for food, and this makes me very angry. But I can't do anything about it. I would have ended up like them if it weren't for this place. Here, I can eat all my meals, but before that it wasn't like that. Here I have my sisters and friends who give me food and make sure I'm well and eat. Before, no one took care of me. This way makes me feel good. I had a terrible past, and I hope so much that other children do not have to suffer the same. I hope they all come to live here to feel as good as I do, and that they can study. I couldn't before, and neither can the children who are still outside.
Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? I think I'm back. So basically I cut the video short, and I just want to remind you, like, when I talk about fast fashion, I'm talking about the relevancy of human lives, of the conditions that they experience on an everyday basis. So when we reckon with Topshop, I'm reckoning with like what we're allowing and what will affect people going forward. And that's why I'm like, do we need another fast fashion brand? No, because what are they doing for the well-being of others, you know? So Topshop is back. It's just like, are they going to pay their workers well? I don't think so. Are they going to actually care about the impact that they're making? Most likely not. I'm not sure how they came back, how they were saved, but like, I don't think they should have been saved. Let's see. Topshop returns to High Street, but can it get its cool back? Let's take a look at this.
For teenage girls like me in the 2000s and 2010s, going into a Topshop store was like being transported into a fantasy world. There was music, makeup, and fashion, all under one roof, with Topshop clothes often found on the pages of Vogue alongside high-end couture. But somewhere along the way, things went wrong. Topshop lost its cool, said fashion journalist Amber Grafland. And when that happens, it's hard. Fashion is a fickle beast. People move on quickly. Then in 2020, its owner, Sir Philip Green's Arcadia Group, collapsed. All of Topshop's physical stores shut soon after. But Topshop is now launching a major comeback.
Okay, sorry. It's just there is something going on with the behind the scenes. Okay, let's read this again.
Standalone stores are returning to the high street. Michelle Wilson, managing director of Topshop and Topman, confirmed to BBC News. And on Saturday, Topshop hosted its first catwalk show for 7 years in Trafalgar Square, central London. Longtime brand muse model Cara Delevingne was among those there.
Okay, why do we always get so many ads in magazines? Jesus Christ. Okay, let's see.
It seems absence and nostalgia makes the heart grow fonder. As rumors of Topshop's imminent return have been met by a wave of affection on social media, particularly among millennials and Gen Z. But industry experts say it will take more than nostalgia to make Topshop 2.0 a success.
So it's broken down into weaknesses and strengths. It's just, do we really need Topshop? Like, at the end of the day, I don't think so. What are we doing?
They need to entice younger girls. One of the challenges that Topshop will face is attracting a new wave of shoppers through the doors. Its previous core following are now women in their late 20s and 30s, but it can't They will need to work hard to entice younger girls in, she said.
Hello?
ID. What might help, though, is the Joni Jeans anyone. Topshop's team, for their part, think they can attract both older and newer groups. We want to deliver for those that are nostalgic for a brand that they felt like they lost, Wilson said. But we absolutely want to appeal to a new demographic as well. Why Gen Z is so nostalgic about indie sleaze. Then, there's the fashion. For me, shopping in Topshop as a teenager made me feel like the it girl. On Saturdays, you'd breeze through racks to find the one item that justified taking money out of your barely there bank balance. When you bought it, you'd act nonchalant. Oh, this old thing? It's from Topshop. You'd tell your school friends, as if you could afford it all the time. And I wasn't the only one. Huge crowds would throng to the London Landmark store to witness the launch of new ranges from A-listers like Beyoncé and Kate Moss. Getty Images. The launch of a new Kate Moss Topshop collection.
Okay. What is going on with this live stream today? I do need a limpia. Okay, so let's see if I can use the last data if I just go on my camera for a second. I do think that today has been wickedly unjustified for the amount of things that have been happening. So hopefully you start to be able to listen to the live stream a bit better if you're still on. Totally fine if you've jumped off. I mean, if you've jumped off, you're not listening to this. But for those watching the recording version, so sorry, there's just a lot of tech issues. There's just a lot going on right now today. I even had to restart the router because the PC system wasn't taking the internet. But I guess what I wanted to say before I get cut off again, even though I have poor internet and poor connectivity, is that Topshop does not need to come back. I mean, the well-being of people is on the line, and what we need right now is more dignified wages for garment workers that actually have an ability to escape cycles of poverty and can send their kids to school, and where their humanity is addressed and supported, and where they're empowered to have decision making within the industry that they are essentially skilled at, because it is not unskilled labor. They're actually very skilled people that just are very much treated as disposable workers and like disposable people, because they constantly have to hire and rehire people because no one wants to stay in like dingy factories that don't respect them and don't pay them enough. So, I mean, you can theorize all you want about how and what they're going to sell, what Topshop 2.0 means, but like they've had their glory days. They've had enough years to know how to have a clean supply chain, a transparent supply chain. And if you're not going to like improve upon your business practices, you're just being greedy, and see a market where the Gen Z clientele are very much similar to what you used to do. Like Gen Zers love 90s, they love the 2000s, and I think they just saw that and are trying to capitalize. They're like, we don't have to change anything, we just have to come back. So I mean, what else is there to talk about? The past, like most Topshop clientele are now 30 or 40 years old or 50 years old. So most likely it's the parents of the Gen Z that they're trying to target, which, I mean, it can work. It's just, we don't need more fast fashion brands. These kids are literally starving, and you're over here pushing out more collections. Like, it's just ridiculous at this point. So we're going to move on and talk about how Adidas has recently released a 2026 home jersey that is giving homage to the 1998 World Cup design. So it does have like the Aztec imprint on it, which I find super fascinating. And I do love the Aztec like lore and background. So let's look into this. Okay, so here it is. Yes, let's look at this. It really,
96 new kits are set to drop for the World Cup, but we finally have the first one. With the tournament just over a year away, we have my favorite part, new kits. Every nation gets a new home and away design.
Nice.
And now with 48 teams in the mix, that means nearly 100 new jerseys. But the first one has just been leaked. In 1978, Levi's designed an iconic Mexico away kit, featuring a centered sash in the nation's colors. Then in 2014, Mexico dropped a sick jersey lineup, goalkeeper kit, away kit, and my personal favorite, the home kit. It was supposedly inspired by Rey Mysterio 78 and the 24. 96 new kits are set to drop for the World Cup, but we finally have the first one. With the tournament just over a year away, we have my favorite part, new kits. Every nation gets a new home and away design. And now with 48 teams in the mix, that means nearly 100 new jerseys. But the first one has just been leaked. In 1978, Levi's designed an iconic Mexico away kit, featuring a centered sash in the nation's colors. Then in 2014, Mexico dropped a sick jersey lineup, goalkeeper kit, away kit, and my personal favorite, the home kit. It was supposedly inspired by Rey Mysterio. But imagine combining the 1978 and the 2014 kit. You would get Mexico's new 2026 World Cup shirt. Turns out someone in the stands at SoFi Stadium struck some gold. The entire World Cup apparel line was leaked on the display boards. There was this crazy training kit, some sleek jackets, a collared shirt, and even a blurry image of Mexico's away kit. But the most intriguing part...
How do you just leak something like that? Hello? Why is this Wi-Fi not working? Why is this day just so horrible? What's going on? It's not, nothing is even registering. Hello? Okay, let's see.
The home kit. Leaked photos gave us a first look, but user under the name of Tigress Jersey provided a near perfect mock-up of what it will actually look like. It's something special. There's 97 other World Cup shirts to be released, so make sure to drop a follow. 96 new kits are set to drop.
Okay, so they definitely didn't leak them on accident. It was on purpose. You don't really get access to those billboards on accident, you know? Like, it was very intentional to market it. And I just feel like there's such important parts of like our culture and clothing, and this just shows it. Like, we are so interested in sports and like being part of community, being part of something outside of us. And when you put like Aztec homage and like put history behind it, and there's like so much lore, so much like history there, I feel like it's just going to create this fan like expression of like, oh my god, did you see how they leaked? But at the end of the day, like, I think what matters is that people are connected to their culture, they're connected to like their origins versus just like Western ideologies. So I mean, this can work out in the long run, and like just connecting people back to their roots versus just colonial thinking or like westernized fashion, you know? So oh, I love these designs. These are so cool. This was from 5 years ago, though.
Life is more legal.
He's one of football shirts' great designs. But how much do you know about these legendary kits? The design depicts the Aztec calendar, or sunstone, with the face of the sun god at the center. It was made by Mexican brand ABA Sport, who are part of the business empire of Monterrey president Jorge Lancanao. And it was designed by Ricardo Guzman, who said he drew it in just 30 minutes. Give that man a medal. Mexico began wearing the shirt at the Gold Cup in '96, a tournament they won, beating Brazil in the final. This version with a plain white collar and red patterned cuffs was used up until the 1998 World Cup. For France '98, the design was changed slightly. I'll do a comparison for you with the away shirts. Firstly, the material is much more lightweight and ventilated, with the ABA Sport jacquard removed too. The national flag was added to the right sleeve and a red stripe added to the collar, while the cuffs have the national flag colours rather than the intricate pattern. The Mexico and ABA Sport text were changed from green to red, although home shirts. Everybody wanted a Mexico shirt in the summer of '98, not only for the Aztec design, but for the long blonde hair of Luis Hernandez, and for the Blanco bounce. Jorge Campos would rather play in goal wearing the Aztec shirt than one of his crazy homemade masterpieces. That says it all, really. Even Lothar Matthäus got himself one. And a mention too for flat cap wearing manager Manuel Lapuente. For some unknown reason, a third shirt was produced too, with the Aztec design in red, which created one of the most garish concoctions ever. It was only used once in a friendly against Ecuador in '97. A young Rafael Marquez made his debut on this day too. After the World Cup, a new brand, Garcis, became the kit supplier, and they continued with the Mexican iconography style until the year 2000. Is this the best Mexico shirt ever? Has to be, doesn't it? Let me know what you think.
I mean, I've never been into sports that much, but I do think that there's something there to be said about how jerseys and fashion can interconnect with culture and like with sense of community when you go to these games and like when you watch the games. So yeah, I think it's super cool that people are so invested and there's so much lore and there's like so much going on with the design. It's oddly satisfying that guys are like so into creating things that have a bit more meaning and like trace back to histories of different times and different concepts and like how that has to do with times within that country. So very nice, very cool. I do want to do more research on that, to be honest. I feel like it can get a lot more men's attention into, I guess, the sustainable aspects of things. Like imagine if you can make a sustainable fashion jersey that is cool looking. That would bring more awareness of this topic to them in that way. But we're going to move on and talk about something else. I do want to talk about how Target is actually getting into a bit of a moment because the CEO is stepping away, and there has also been a loss of sales given the boycotts that were experienced when they took away the DEI efforts, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion. So he's stepping away, and why am I not surprised? It was bound to happen. There were so many boycotts happening, and like if you're gonna like say we don't care about Latinos, we don't care about black people, we don't care about anyone else except white people, then you're gonna lose your money, buddy. And look at what happened. Karma's a bitch.
Target CEO Brian Cornell to exit. Dive brief. After more than a decade, Target CEO Brian Cornell will exit the position effective February 1st, per a press release Wednesday. Chief Operating Officer Michael Fidelki has been tapped to take over the chief executive role. A COO replacement will be announced at a later date. After stepping down, Cornell will serve as executive chair of Target's board of directors. Dive insight. With his departure, Cornell leaves behind an impactful legacy that shaped the Target shoppers now know. He helped Target become a more than $100 billion company and increased revenue by $34 billion in 11 years, per a statement from Christine Leahy, lead independent director of Target's board of directors. The executive joined Target in 2014, marking the first time the company hired a CEO externally. Cornell had most recently served as the CEO of PepsiCo America's Foods division since 2012 and Sam's Club. As CEO, Cornell helped to improve Target's reputation and financial performance for several years. Target in 2022 signed the then 63-year-old executive on for an additional 3 years, choosing to forego its traditional retirement age policy for chief executives at 65. Going forward, the company appears confident in Fidelki's capabilities. Over the last several years, the board has been executing a deliberate and thoughtful CEO succession of external search and assessment of many strong candidates, Leahy said in the statement. It is clear that Michael is the right leader to return Target to growth, refocus and accelerate the company's strategy, and re-establish Target's position as a leader in the highly dynamic and fast-moving retail environment. Michael's tenure gives sight and a base of strong team trust. But what sets him apart is how he combines those strengths with a fresh eyes mindset, challenging the status quo to evolve how the business operates, differentiates and delivers long-term value. Interest in announcing a successor had become a hot topic for the industry lately as the mass retailer faced major headwinds, which has led to sales declines. Cornell's departure marks a turning point in Target's effort to return to growth and revive the KATSEYE brand.
Man is like old. They extended the 65-year-old plan so this man can keep working. This man should go lie down on a beach and just enjoy his life. Capitalism is just going to continue. It's just going to keep on and on and on and on and on. It's just, okay, why do you need to work at that age? Like, go home, buddy. Go home. And he stepped back because he saw the failures and it was like, yeah, we can't fix this, guys, so I'm gonna head on out. See you later. He dipped when he could.
Stepping down after 11 years with the company. His departure, which was widely expected, comes as customers are now turning away from the store. Target's stock is among the worst performing companies in the U.S. right now. The S&P 500 this year showing it's way down more than 20%, I should say, to be specific. Let's go live right now to CNN business and politics correspondent Vanessa Yurkevich. Vanessa, what else led to Cornell's exit?
Yeah, the CEO is out. The CEO is now stepping in. Brian Cornell, who has led the company for more than a decade through some of the company's best years, but most recently through some of the worst years, really not able to dig the company out of the hole. So now you have Michael Fidelki, the CEO, stepping into that position on February 1st. Investors were hoping that Target was going to bring in a fresh face, but the company said after an exhaustive search, they're going with one of their own. You can see shares of Target's right now down about 11% earlier today. 8% down right now. This is also because of slumping sales. They reported another quarter of sales decline. You have customers pulling back, but you also had in the beginning of this year, Wolf, a boycott by many of Target's core customers who were really upset with the brand after they rolled back their DEI initiatives. The brand was known for being LGBTQ focused and putting a lot of that branding front and center. They pulled back on that, and then consumers pulled back. Also, tariffs, headwinds facing the company. Listen to outgoing CEO Brian Cornell on what happened with tariffs with the company.
As one of the
For the live stream quality, if you're still here, guys, it's been a terrible day. Mark the calendars. August 21st was when everything went wrong in my life. But if you can listen to me, thank you so much for watching, even just for a minute. I've been trying to improve these live streams for so long. It's been 6 months. It's just the internet is uncontrollable. I don't know how to fix it. I'm literally paying like $50 and I'm the only one using the Wi-Fi. And like I have everything fixed on the OBS, on the systems. There's so much wires on my feet and yet it still continues to lag. So I think it's just because I'm in the basement and just the reception is always just bad in basements. But to the point of like Target, I do want to say like he fucked up. He messed up so bad, and he's gonna be like, oh, we implemented and we progressed. Bro, you're the one that messed up. You're the racist here. Like, admit it. Your DEI move was your downfall.
As the year has progressed.
And that was Brian Cornell earlier this morning on the company's earnings call. Now, listen, the company did say they were able to mitigate as best they could these tariff pressures, but 50% of the inventory that they sell is manufactured abroad. So that's being hit with tariffs. Also, 50% of all inventory they sell is discretionary, and that's usually where consumers pull back first. So a double whammy for the company there. Target saying that they're hoping to turn things around in the next couple years and looking to do so, Wolf, with
There's a big shakeup at Target with the CEO stepping down after the retailer reported weak sales numbers. Target stock has dropped more than 25% since the start of the year, and senior business and tech correspondent Jolene Kent explains what's behind Target's struggles.
After months of missing the bullseye on sales, the CEO of Target is headed for the exit. The company said today that CEO Brian Cornell will be replaced in February by COO Michael Fidelki, a 20-year veteran at the retailer. The swap at the top comes after 11 straight quarters of declining or slowing sales. Profits have dropped nearly 20% compared to last year. Other retailers like Home Depot and La-Z-Boy have missed sales expectations. Companies say President Trump's tariffs and the trade war have begun to drive up prices of some goods.
I think the consumer is really nervous.
Nishan Radia is an investment banker at B. Riley Securities.
What does the situation at Target tell you about the health of the American consumer?
Target's recent results show you the economy is stressed, consumers are trading down, and I think they're continually looking for the best way to stretch their wallets.
Consumer confidence in the economy has dropped 5 out of the last 7 months. Despite that, Target ended its price matching program in July as it faces intense competition from Walmart, Amazon, and Costco.
Is Target a casualty of the tariff situation?
I think all retailers are suffering from tariffs and the impact on margins. Whether they're passing it on or not is still early to say. Across the board, consumers are trading down. Even the higher income consumers are going to trade down. They're just not going to Target anymore.
And the company said customer backlash to its decision to roll back diversity, equity, and inclusion programs this year has also hurt sales.
Do you think Target can win them back?
Target can win them back. I think it has to return to some of its core basics of delivering chic products at good value.
No, that's not the problem, sir. We know that they sell like random stuff we don't really need. We all go to Target. Okay, listen. We all go to Target knowing we're going to come out of that store with stuff we didn't even predict we're going to get. We go in with the idea, oh, I'm just going to buy my almond milk, or oh, I'm just going to go get this one thing. You come out with like 20 items that are just trashy items that are so overpriced. It's like Temu, but for bougie people, or like wannabe bougie people that are broke and like living credit card to credit card. Am I just talking about myself? Most likely. But I do think that people are going to continue justifying Target because they want some shareholder value, or there's some vested interest or bias there, or they have some like internalized colonial thinking that makes them like Target. Because if you go to Target, then you're kind of like white presenting, or you just want to be like part of the cool kid, like white club. I don't even know why people go to Target. It's like not cool to me. But when I was growing up as a Mexican American, my mom was like, yeah, we're not going to go to Target. That's where the rich white people go. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Why would you pay $2-3 more to go to that store? It's almost like the bougie version of Walmart, to be honest. So, I mean, I'm not that surprised they took away the DEI efforts. I'm not surprised that they're racist. I've always associated it with colonial thinking. It's just, some people are going to justify it. They're going to justify these brands for whatever reason. Maybe they want some money. Who knows? But if Target just fails, I'd be happy. We don't need Targets. Hate me for it. We don't need Targets. We do not need Target. We can go to a local business. How about that? Isn't that such a revolutionary thought? Some say Target will not win me back over. I have not shopped there in months and I'm fine. I will absolutely not be returning. Oh yeah, it's true. So the news media did not even mention that we boycotted Target due to their rollback of DEI. Horrible customer service, a few checkout lanes. Oh yes, yep. Let's see what else we can find to then move on. Also, why is he working at 60-something years old? Why is he working at 60-something years old? Like, if I was 60 years old and still working, I'd not be happy. Oh, this man, they're gonna make us read Forbes. What are you doing?
If you grow up the way I did, you always feel like the underdog. I see myself as part of the team.
Bro, you as the underdog, as a white man, Jesus Christ, then what am I? A female dog?
That's reinvented the company. We talked about go time becoming grow time. This has got to be Target time.
Target is as recognizable a brand as Coke or Nike. CEO and retail linchpin Brian Cornell, who's been at the helm
Go home
of the company for more than a decade, is not. The cheap chic retailer has long held its own in the retail landscape, finding it.
The thing is, I do want to think about now is like, where is he going? If he's not going home and he stepped down out of the sake of saving his own back because things are failing, where is he going next?
Its niche as a low-cost but trendy alternative to Costco, Walmart, and even Amazon. That is, until recently. Soon after sales soared over $100 billion for the first time, Target began to miss the post-pandemic mark with shoppers, seeing sales decline for 4 straight quarters through Q1 of 2024.
We've had to be
incredibly resilient. And
all right, okay, yep, we're gonna move on. I don't want to be mean. I've been mean enough. I've said my ideas and I will stand by them. But let's move on. I will not go on more rants. Okay, so Vogue Business has actually entered the race to... Wait, no. Louis Vuitton has entered the race into the beauty scene. Imagine if Vogue makes a makeup brand. That'd be so interesting to look at. I do wonder why Vogue is not more than just a newspaper. What if they do like a whole YouTube series? That would be so amazing. They can be the new Try Guys, but of fashion. I would actually watch that, to be honest. I would actually watch that. My live stream today is a bit chaotic, and I am a bit pissed off because nothing has been working today. So if you see my ideals or my ideologies and you unfollow me, good, because I have no filters today. I am pissed. I'm pissed with everything. Have I not been showing the news? Wait, did it switch back? Oh, it didn't. Was I not showing anything this entire time? Oh my god. Okay, well, we're gonna watch this and then I'm gonna jump off. I thought they already had, like, makeup, or maybe it was another brand that I saw it from, but let's look at TikTok and what they're saying. It was actually made under the creative vision of Pat McGrath, and there will be 55 lipsticks and luminous palettes to exquisite vanity trucks created in iconic monogram beauty. Okay, so I mean, there is a lot of options. Whoa. You know what's super interesting? This was actually released in Philippines way before anyone else. Okay, so basically this is what they're selling. I mean, I can only imagine the price points, you know? Like, it's just gonna be super expensive. The $160 lipsticks. Oh my god. Why is it so expensive?
Chicas, Louis Vuitton va a lanzar su primera colección de maquillaje. Sí, habéis oído bien. Louis Vuitton hasta el día de hoy era una de las pocas firmas de lujo que todavía no se habían introducido al mercado de lo beauty, pero esto es algo que está a punto de cambiar. De momento lo que sabemos es que esta nueva línea de belleza se llamará La Beauté Louis Vuitton y estará dirigida por la maquilladora Pat McGrath. Maquilladora a la que no solamente se la reconoce por tener su propia línea de maquillaje, sino también por ser la responsable de muchísimos de los beauty looks que vemos en las pasarelas. De hecho, uno de sus últimos éxitos fue el maquillaje que hizo para el último desfile de alta costura de Maison Margiela.
So they knew they were gonna come out with this since March, because that's what that's when she released it, March 6th. So it's been coming, and people like know that this has been in the making.
So Louis Vuitton is coming out with makeup on the 25th of August 2025, just a few days away from here. Now make sure you like this video and stay engaged with it, because we will be doing a giveaway and full video of the makeup.
Interesting. So there's a lot of lore. So many people like this. So it's been in conversation since March. I do wonder what the clientele is and like who's willing to buy this, but I do think more people are gonna buy like a small lipstick versus like the entire bag. I think it's within people's budget to just buy one small piece or like one little item versus something that's like $3,000. So it can get a lot more working class, like middle class people within the realm of luxury fashion. So we just have to wait to see if it actually picks up and becomes a trend.
Louis Vuitton va a sacar el maquillaje más caro de la historia. Te cuento todo en este beauty chisme porque está bueno. No hay nada que ame más que el chisme y el maquillaje. Y esta vez tenemos los dos. Así es, después de 170 años, la marca decide lanzar su línea de maquillaje. Que en mi humilde opinión ya se habían tardado. Y ahorita es un mercado muy competido. Ellos dijeron, bebé, vamos a lanzar el maquillaje más caro de la historia, güey. Se va a llamar Le Beauty Louis Vuitton, Le Beauty Louis Vuitton. No sé si lo digo bien porque mi francés está últimamente muy horrible. Y adivinen quién es la directora creativa, Pat McGrath. Si conocen de maquillaje, saben que ella es una de las maquillistas más famosas del mundo. Es la que siempre maquilla a las Kardashian y ella es la directora creativa detrás de la marca. Creo que hicieron una muy buena decisión. O sea, ¿quién más que ella, con la experiencia y con los años que tiene en este mundo del maquillaje? Van a lanzar 55 labiales, 27 satinados y 28 mates. Y aparte también van a lanzar 10 bálsamos labiales con color. Y es aquí donde viene el chisme, porque ni Hermès se atrevió a los precios. Un labial de Hermès cuesta alrededor de $60 y un labial satinado o mate de Louis Vuitton $2. Siempre he dicho que el maquillaje de lujo es para darte el gustito, pero siento que este sí es el gustote de la vida, güey. También ellos se escudaron diciendo que los precios se deben a los materiales con los que se van a producir estas paletas, ceras de flores, extracto de no sé qué, y que aparte van a tener fragancias, las sombras, incluso van a tener ediciones especiales que llegan hasta los $2,900. Estos son estos que tienen los monos.
He does so many videos. That's amazing. Okay, so I mean, I don't really see myself buying these lipsticks. I mean, they're really expensive. $160 is so expensive for a lipstick. But I'm gonna move on and talk about. Let's see. What should we talk about? There's a couple more things that I want to see, but basically Off Trend HQ has been popping off on my For You page. If you're not aware, basically they ask people on the streets different questions about fashion that I really love to listen to and hear. So we're gonna go into this account and listen to their interviews. It's so interesting, like how people think about criminal actions in the fashion industry. Like one of them is like, what's your criminal fashion action, or what was it? What question? Okay, oh look it. So what is your fashion green flag?
What's your fashion green flag? Just when someone looks confident. Don't be me today. Today I was like the see-through guys, and every interview you see I'm gonna be like this.
Dude, I wish I had the confidence to go up and ask people different things on the street, because I mean, I love these series of just asking people questions.
Or something that makes you feel like you, and follow your heart.
What's your fashion green flag?
And then what was the other one that I saw? It was something about a criminal in fashion. I don't think they uploaded it on TikTok. Which one was it? Am I just coming up with stuff? Oh, this one. Who was your fashion criminal?
Who is your fashion criminal?
Any straight homophobic man who wears clothing made by queer designers and they have no idea. And I know that's a lot of these divas out there watching. So plug yourself before you wreck yourself, darling.
Pull them out, and you know it. You know it. They don't even know.
They don't even know. They've got no idea. So that's my fashion criminal.
Who is your fashion criminal?
Any straight.
I love these so much. Okay, another one. Oh,
Your
this
house
one's
is
good.
burning down. What fashion item would you save?
I have a realistic answer for this. My house was almost burnt down, and I grabbed my boomerang costume, the costume from my music video Boomerang, and that's technically a fashion item.
That's iconic. I love how that was the one thing you grabbed. You're like, that's it. That's coming with me.
Well, I mean, I had all my hard drives and everything, because we packed up the car before, but I was like, well, that boomerang costume's coming. That's not getting burned.
This is my legacy. If your house was burning.
I honestly would not go back in a burning building. I just would not. What is your unpopular fashion opinion?
What is your unpopular fashion opinion?
I just hate fashion in general.
Expand.
Everyone tries to do the fashion thing and say, I'm a fashionista, and just put your clothes on and keep it moving, man. Like, no one really cares.
You all sounded really passionate about that.
Yeah, no, I am. I'm very passionate in my opinions.
What is your unpopular
And yet, like, he's in an event where he has to dress a certain way to fit in. I mean, I think fashion will always be part of our lives, whether we want it to or not. He's just like, it doesn't matter. Well, I think he's hired a stylist for his event, or like he had to think about it some way. So it kind of matters in a way, but like, he just doesn't care.
Yay or nay?
Labubus.
In theory, like I love a little trinket. Like a Labubu should be hanging on this bag, but anytime something becomes too popular and too like overconsumed, everyone hates it. It's like that vicious cycle everything falls to. So in theory, yeah, but no.
Yay or nay?
Labubus.
I love this account. It's called Off-Trend HQ. But I do think I'm going to jump off. I have been a bit off today in this live stream, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Today was a short stream, but I will be back most likely next Tuesday. I don't think I'm going to do any gaming live streams. I'm not in the headspace. There's just been a lot going on. I am going to have a bit of fun this Saturday, actually. I'm gonna go celebrate my brother's birthday, and hopefully I can have a reset after that. And then Sunday I will be working on a YouTube video that I will have a lot of fun doing. It's just today was such an off day. I probably shouldn't have gone on stream. Yeah, but at least you know the reality of like what I'm going through. Like, to do content creation and work a minimum wage job and face so many personal difficulties is very challenging. So I totally get why people don't want to watch when people are going through things. But if you just watch for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever, thank you so much, and I appreciate it. And I don't expect a lot from these live streams. I just do it for fun, just to pass the time, and hopefully in the future I'm in a better mood. I do not want my phone to be broken ever again. Wishful thinking. I need to stop dropping my phone. But until then, bye. See you later.